Hello guys, we're back. We're back. Where's the camera? Whoa, crotch cam. Hello. We've got to set the lighthouses up now. That's where we're at. We're at lighthouse setup time now with the valve index. Just as a warning, guys. This is not going to be a quick setup stream. Those of you that know the channel know this, but if you're new, you might not know this. So just go to bed. We've got to plug the lighthouses in. Well, we've got to attach them to the. We've got to attach it to the wall, and then we can try some driving sims. We've got a fan plugged into on the window there to blow some cold air in it because it's bloody boiling. Oh yeah, we've got fake hair going on here. Not shaved my head recently. What's going on? Take me to a nunnery. Hello. We're just gonna. I'm trying to get my light off on my phone. Just installing the lighthouses. But yeah, this is not gonna be quick. You know what we're like, guys. Also, I'm exhausted. It's been a hard day's night. You know. Hello, Hillspawn World. Come on. I've broken my phone here. There we go. Welcome everyone to chat. Need to get a 2080 Ti now. I need 3 2080 Ti's. I don't know what you're watching. You're gonna watch me drill some holes in the wall. Just what's going on here? Managed to break my stuff. Right. Safety first. Use the drill. Makita all the way, guys. Prop up some gear in front of the camera. Side muscle. This is where I find out that the batteries run out on my drill. that'd be annoying. I wonder what size drill bit we need. I wonder. Eyeball Paul. Oh, I've just dropped peanuts on the floor. That's not a knife. Oh, I didn't even... Time for your dentist examination. Open wide. I don't go to the dentist, I just use... I'm not even going to play around doing that because that's how you end up drilling holes in your face. Yeah, you got to love the Makita. Makita! Makina Mafasa! Right, okay. I think 6, 5.5. Oh, go 5.5 or 5? Oh, this might be a 6er. No, I think it's a 5.5. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it don't actually sound it. I think it might be a 5.5, maybe a 6. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to try 5.5. Normally. I want the Makita radio. The outdoor workman Makita radio is awesome. Hello, Thomas Schmidt. Now, my walls are solid, so this could be interesting. Hammer mode, hammer time. Let's mark it out first. Yeah, I think the problem with the reverb is more that it seems like it might be a little bit of a flaky device in general. We'll see. We got a video up if you want to see our previous thoughts. Whoa. Yeah, I'm going to be a bit chilled out on this stream because I'm absolutely pooped. I think the heat got to me. I wasn't well yesterday. Boo-hoo! I'm feeling a lot better today. But it's still really hot. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised more reviewers did not call it. Whoops, tripod. I'm surprised more reviewers did not call attention to the field of view is basically the same as the Vive, which isn't a problem, but it's like that's a pretty big thing that a lot of people missed out. Where should I put him? I think I'm going to have to go. I wanted it to be able to be seen on my desk. Might go against this wall. I can always move it if I have to. Fortunately, I know that the power cables where they are because they're in trunking. Normally you cover stuff up, but I'm just going in raw, guys. I'm going in raw here. We're doing it raw. This is the problem with the basement here. I've got another room with the old lighthouses set up, so I'm hopefully going to set up a separate PC for VR room scale stuff. This is a sim bunker. This is how precise we're doing it. Seems good enough to me. If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. Okay. You need protection. Probably. This is where I find out that the... actually, let's cover up this screen. Has it got vents in it? Yeah. I don't have one of those nifty dust protector things. The water pipes are behind me in the ceiling. This I DIY'd this basement, so I know exactly where everything is. I did most of the trunking for the cable work in here as well. Reported for clickbait. Let's not mess around with power tools. Okay. Well, it's nice to know that wall's plaster and not brick. They're slightly off. Should be right there. Oh no, it's definitely 6. DIY live. Yeah, I'm using masonry drill bits. Alright, yeah, you can do. Just have to double check the date that I'm here. Oh no, August, yeah. Next month I'm all over the bloody shop. I hope it don't come off because this is the basement. If the wall comes off in here, my house is falling down. I guess we're using 6 then. These are quite hefty. I mean, these are larger wall plugs than what you use to put up some shelves with, so going on full Oh yeah. Thanks for that, Paul. Okay, that is right. Fair enough. That's my door! I need my hammer. Ah, no, it's in my cupboard. He's installing the FANATEC affiliate link. Ah, that'd be good. Has Dom driven his new wheel yet? I only gave Dom some money because I wanted to force him into the FANATEC land. If you have small space, no need to upgrade to Lighthouse 2.0. Yeah. I have small space but big nose. Jesus Christ. Just cameras, tripods. I think what the reality is, if you've got a Vive, you're probably going to sell it. You're probably going to sell your Vive to get. You'd probably sell it to get the riff, to get the valve index. So that's why it's good to buy it as a kit. Then if you eBay it, it's easier. I need a cup of tea. Oh, here, I've got a mallet. Where's my hammer gone? Oh well. My hammer's gone, but I've got my mallet. Timmy mallet! Well, you can actually. When I was installing a cupboard in like the small bedroom, I drilled a hole through to the neighbours. Pretty much. Didn't quite go through their wall, but you know, it was basically there. Oh no, it might need to be deeper. I thought I'd got that deep enough. Oh dear, the top one's going straight through. More penetration. Oh, no, still. Oh. Well, it's I'm not getting that back out. Could have sworn that was deep enough. These wall plugs are different to our standard ones in the UK. The thing is, you want it tight, but you don't want to. Well, that one's gone in fine. What's going on with this one? You always get one wall plug that's a pain in the arse. Oh, it's alright for what it is. Not ideal. Fail. Ah, it's alright. This is why it streams full time. Yeah, I don't know why. I've literally done hundreds of wall plugs now. I don't know what it is. Even when you use like, it seems at random. I don't know what it is. I think it depends on the specific plug that you've got. Some of them are more like some of them I think expand more when you actually come to screwing them in, and they're the better ones because you can know the exact hole size, you drill it in and it just works. You do want you want them on tight, because otherwise if they vibrate you do you know what? If they vibrate you get tracking issues. Disaster it yourself. Now not too bad. At least the walls here are solid. They're I drilled when I've got my other VR headset in one place. I drilled it in the wall and the wall just crumbled apart because it was so old. Yeah, these screws are I mean, this is light overkill. I've used smaller wall plugs that have come with IKEA. Like, it's not that I've used the wrong wall plugs, but for shelving and stuff, I've used smaller stuff. This is like Valve are like intending us to put like a bookcase on this or something. It's a bit random. Now, well, some of the plasterboard in my house is like proper vintage. We do not need hammer mode. Well, that looks fine. That's not moving anywhere. So unplug. You're not meant to move the lighthouses when they're plugged in, but I just did. Naughty boy. Yeah, I'm more of a computer person than a DIYer. I think that most DIY stuff's just practice though, isn't it? Like once you've done it a lot. Thank you. In a land of inefficiency, it's be easier to. Plug it in first. Makita drill guys all the way though. Footage from Rip Off Britain. I was scammed into buying this. The new lighthouses are lighter than the old ones. They seem lighter. Ta-da! So then I now need to route this through the through my old cable trunking. That'd be nice. Look at that. Route the cable. Not yet. But that's what we need to do. Now I've got to do the other side of the room. Nice bats, love. Can he break it? To the side of the room. Hello, Kenny. This is the immersive part of VR. Didn't you know? I am. I've got my water bottle here. Oh, I've just drunk a litre. Going alright, thanks. Tea time it is. It's back on there. Hammer mode, hammer time. I managed to lose my other. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So I'm going to decide where I'm putting this. I think I'm going to put it like this. Hello, David. We've got the Rift camera up here for the original Rift. I think that should do it. I can't do it too close to the edge because the plaster might chip off. This is plaster over brick, and it's the support for the fireplace. So that should do it. Ed China. Hasn't he got a new show, hasn't he? Just started it recently. I'm not that tall, it's just this ceiling's very low in here. It's an optical illusion. Ed China's like 7 foot. I'm just 6'2". Makes it look like a basketball player in here. Right. Where did I just put the plastic thing? Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Where did I leave it over here? Ah, what have I done? What have I done? Total brain fail there. Oh, it's here, I'll put it on the side. We'll put this over here. 325-day makeover. The ideal height. Perfect height. Perfect chicken. I'm going to put this here and just really hope that it doesn't chip the plaster, otherwise, well, polyfiller polyfiller night it will be. I really don't feel like doing some polyfilling and then painting. I don't mind polyfilling, it's the painting afterwards I can't be arsed with. Plastic sheet now. Move this out of the way. Okay. The lower brick is a lot softer than the top one. Bloody hell. Total cavity there. So you never know with old brick. You never know. Like you think oh it might be tricky, and then you straight through the wall. Oh, I've just got dust all over my mouse. The dust somehow went forwards. Okay. I'll do, I think. A bit wider at the end. Yeah, it's these wall plugs are different to other ones I've used. Weird. Hello, M82. Brick dust on paint. Oh yeah. Oh, that one's gone in. Good. Make that a little bit wider at the entrance. Sorted. Nice job, Bob. Use my hand as a screwdriver, that's fine. I can't believe how much dust came out of the wall there. I need that. You get these little things you put on your drill in it, and it catches the dust as it comes out. Hey, Ben's Prime. This is the best. The best content. We're in, boys. Rock a solid do. So yeah, with the lighthouses, you tend to want to put them diagonal, crossways from each other. Gets the best coverage, I find. Oh man, the Hoover out. This is probably the first ever Sparco race seat with brick dust on it. Just that should work. Should be all right. We in solid. I could really do with routing this cable as well. Don't want dangly cables, but oh well. I'll do for now. So that's that. Just need to hoover. Clean up them dusts. Oh, the hoover's already plugged in. Genius. Chase Dominic. Oh dear, look at this. I've totally buggered this up. Oh Christ. It looks like a spray painted mouse mat. Ah no. Yeah, it was a really good idea leaving the keyboard. New brick masonry keyboard and mouse mod. I really liked the authentic Victorian equipment. Bloody hell. Total fail. Oh, it's coming off. It's not damp, so we're all right. Damp brick dust is the worst. It just smears onto everything. When in doubt, use your trousers. Good as new. Huge error. Right. Hoover up this. Oh, it's a Hoover stream, guys. You love them. Man, I've got just on my hose tap. Simply the best. Wow, 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 wow. Better than all the rest. Yeah, I'm using turbo. Check this out. Check out the turbo on the Hoover. Right, put the drill away. I should have used this attachment. That's how you get to the next door neighbour's house. That's how you break into the bank. Gran Turismo joke. Oh, it sounds like a Hoover. Hoover. Good insertion of the joke there. Appreciate that. Nice. Today's live stream is brought to you by Makita. Slightly overpriced, but good quality. bag's in the bin. Why are you doing it? Well, you know, who knows what they're doing in their life. Right. Turn that on. And it's not going on. Oh, it is. Take that off. Turn the other one on as well. Needs to go in the bin. That's connected, that's connected. We should have full-on room tracking now. Got to move the mic a bit here. Sorry for the noise. sound back. Okay. Bloody warm. Hang on, guys. Sounds like you're underwater. Is it not working? What we're going to play, I guess we have to try Project Cars 2, see if it works. So I'm just untangling all these cables. Bit of a cable mess here. I've got to remember to go slowly, otherwise I overheat. Earlier I was just like dying. I mean, bloody hell. Talk about a cable mess, guys. Look at that. It was nice and tight in here. It's like crap all over the side. Oh man, total mess. It needs a nice tidy, but look at the glorious sim rig. Ah, it's so beautiful. SimLab P1 cockpit, guys. What a babe. What a babe. Top notch. I've got to work out where to put this though. I normally I've got the Stream Deck here. Highly recommend this. If you do streaming, you need a Stream Deck. I normally just stick this on the rig here, but it's loose, so I can move the camera around the room. Right, just get the cables for this sorted out. This has to go over the top of everything, not underneath. Headphone. We're getting untangled. It's pretty nice. Well, it's a YouTube cave, isn't it? I mean, this is my job, so that's why it's mental. Right. Where should I put the camera? Normally I've got a tripod just here. Let's do that. I can put it here. No. The camera's a bit of a pain in the arse to mount. That'll do. Ignore the boxes behind the camera. Kind of want a wider view so I can see the... there you go. No, I'm not going to say... I'm not going to do that. Right. That should all be good. Pretty much. I do need to work out a way of getting the chat in the headset better. It's like I have got guides on doing that. Ah. Oh, God, it's so warm. I sat down my mouse on the other side of the room. Ignore what's in the camera frame. Oh no, I've left all my toys. All the pictures of naked women. Right. Oh, I've got to move that. Bloody. Never ending. Never ending moving stuff. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I've got okay, got to set this is got to change monitors over as well. One thing at a time. Advanced settings. Extend. Hello. Keep changes. Make primary. We're getting there. We're getting there. I have to move stuff over so in my sim rig I can see the other windows. I think I need a drink. Not alcoholic. Just a nice drink. Yeah, the Oculus setup is definitely more elegant, I would agree. But the tracking's not as good, and the headset's not as good. But it's pretty good. I do like the Oculus. For what it is, it's really good. Right. How are we doing there? we're attached. That could probably be tilted down more. No. The sim rig workout. That's probably better. You're not meant to move the trackers whilst they're turned on, but I'm a rule breaker. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, I have to say, oh, he's doing a bit of moving around here. The tracking's gone a bit funny. Maybe I have to redo the tracking. I have to say, oh no, I can't remember what I was going to have to say. Well, so much for that. Tracking seems to be bobbling up and down a little bit. Bolted into the wall. Should be all good. Should be good. I'm going to restart Steam VR. Oh, it's because I moved it. That's why. Yeah, you're not meant to move it when it's on. Mistakes were made. Let's restart this PC. The stream will stay on. I know, I should be able to just restart Steam VR. Yeah, you're right, Tabs. You're right. The one thing that you're not supposed to do is move it whilst it's on. And what did I do? I moved it whilst it's on. Bloody idiot. I've only got myself to blame. The worst. Yeah, but the Rift S is good for driving sims, but if you play first-person shooters and VR games, you start noticing issues. So that's what you really need. You need like headsets like this should do a basic inside-out tracking, so that if you're playing driving sims and flight sims, you don't need to use Lighthouse. Like, I could probably use the cameras that are on here to do that, because it doesn't have to be that amazing, you know. And then, because if you're not using hand controllers, it only needs to use 2 cameras. Like Windows Mixed Reality only has 2 cameras. So, in theory, that should be an option. And then, if you want to do like advanced tracking, you have to have outside in to get just the raw fidelity. That would be the ideal solution, I personally. Then Valve could release this headset. Sim Racer could just buy this headset on its own for like £500 or whatever it is, and then all sim racers would buy that. Yeah, HP Reverb has loads of random issues, Shumi. Like it's not got any IPD adjustment on it, and loads of people have like issues with one screen being darker and brighter, like just weird stuff. I'm sure maybe over like the next 4 or 5 months, they'll iron it out. But as it is right now, the HP reverb seems to have a lot of random issues. So, and also, I don't know what it's like for comfort. Well, it's not to do with fat head, it's to do with eye spacing. Yeah, I don't know what those flashes things are about, why they haven't fixed that on the Rift yet. Right, let's get this going. Yeah, I'd be interested to try the reverb out. The only real thing that the only real holdback for me with the reverb would be if you wanted to play like normal VR games, like, you know, like proper VR games with the hand tracking. But if you're a sim person, that's not a problem. And also the one thing that Oculus does really well is the asynchronous space warp is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the reverb is possibly, once they've ironed out the random issues with it, that might be one of the best headsets for driving sims. But then it depends on the field of view as well. Right. Okay, that's all working nicely. You can get the headset in the right place. Yeah, the sweet spot on this is basically the same as the Vive. I can't believe I don't get why there were so many reviewers saying that the sweet spot on this was like the Vive. Because it's, I mean, people were saying the sweet spot's better, but it's not.
My sweet apple, let's burn some rubber.
I need to shave my head. We're getting hairy. Right. See if we can get Project Cars 2 working. I guess in VR is a good test. Yeah, I know still, Carl. But you can move the FOV right to your eyes. It's still the same field of view that you get on the Vive using the 6mm VR cover. So the field of view marketing on the Index is pretty much bollocks. Like, it's not, the field of view on the Index is not better than the Vive. It's like 5 degrees better horizontally. So like, why market that? I don't get that. But you know, you're not. Yeah, I know. I linked to that. We go. Project Cars 2.
Throttle!
Get on with it, slap head.
Thanks, Gary. Oh, hang on, it's loading into the Rift here. We're in the We're in the Valve. We're not in the Rift. Oh, it's still loading into it though. Now I can literally put this. I can put the lenses on the lowest setting, and you know, I feel like they could be. You know, they're basically. You can see the edges of the screen, like it kind of looks like it curves in. It's weird. Let's do a quick test here. Thanks M82 for your donation as well, man. Yeah, it's the same as it's like the Vive sweet spot. The Rift S has a really big sweet spot, presumably to accommodate the fact that it's got no IP adjustment. It's I'd say this is like a fraction better than the Vive sweet spot. Once you've got it in place, the eye box is bigger. So once it's in place, you can look around and it's all sharp. So you don't have to move your head to look at stuff. That's eye box. But the initial head placement, like the initial placement of the headset, to get it in the right place is pretty much the same as the Vive. So that's the other thing with the. So that's the same with the reverb. Why? If the reverb, because that's the one good part of the one good aspect of the Rift S, or the biggest aspect of the Rift S that really stood out is the sweet spot. Like you could just chuck it on your head and you don't have to be that precise. No, I'm going to test 120 Hz after this and see how well this runs first. Don't expect this to run too well. I've got the settings on max, but might do. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Slowly. Oh, that's nice. You definitely notice ghosting on the lenses from like it's like coloured. It's not really ghosting. It's more like a sort of fogging effect. As you turn around, it's like you notice the colours like. I need to turn the music down. You notice the colours sort of moving across it. So yeah, it's a different kind of ghosting that you get on this compared to the Vive and the Rift S. I'd say it's more obtrusive than the Rift S, the ghosting. It's not really ghosting though, it's more like a kind of foggy quality to. You see like the light kind of moving across the lens. I can't remember my reset the headset button. Oh, there it is. You definitely, the field of view in this is definitely improved over the Rift. And the clarity. Well, it's not actually, to be honest. The clarity is not that massive over the Rift S. It's just less screen door. You notice the ghosting quite a lot in the car though here, like at the edges of the lens. It's not ghosting. I don't know how to describe it. It's more like ghosting is the wrong word. Right, I need to change the settings. I know you guys can't see anything. Hang on. I know you can't. I'm just trying to get the audio set up. The most professional stream. Yeah, it's because I need to change the setting here. Bear with me, guys. It's not God rays because it doesn't look like it's coming from. It's more like a coloured fogging at the edges of the screen. It's not. With God rays, you'd see like, you know, if there was like sun shining through smoke and you see like a beam. With this, it's more like a a diffuse ambient of whatever the pin light colour is. The head tracker, you do notice the head tracker being particularly smooth with this and precise. Yeah, it's just we're not at a point with VR headsets where a headset ticks all the boxes relative to what even is on the market right now. Audio, here we go. Try and get this. There we go. Seems to be running smooth though. I can't see the chat whilst I'm driving here, but seems to be running well. Bloody loud. There's no volume knob on this. I'm going deaf here. Steam. Need a Steam volume knob. Can you adjust it through the Steam VR app rather than going through the headset software? It's like on max volume. Settings. Audio. Why is there no volume? Yeah, I know you can do it in the Steam desktop, but why is there none on this app? Bind the controller. I could do it through the Windows Mixer. That's a good point. Look here, BRT. Go away with your... No, actually, I can't do it. No, I can do it on that. But it's going to be quiet for everyone. Yeah, didn't think of that. Didn't think of the most obvious. Curse you. Oh, the res is fine. The res is fine because, you know, the res is great. The where it needs to be improved, I don't get the same. I don't know. Maybe I've just got used to it, but the stereo just seems a bit lacking on this as well. I mean, so it does on the Rift S as well. I might have just got used to like VR. I think the Rift S might be more comfortable than this because the Rift S is lighter. Oh, we're not running on max graphics because when you launch the VR version, it goes into the VR mode. Oh, there we go. I'll just move the headphones out of the way a bit. Yeah, it's quite heavy. I think when you can see the edges of the screen, that kind of does actually ruin immersion a touch. I mean, you can always then move the lenses in a bit. I mean, you don't feel cramped. The vertical field of view is definitely really good, but you do feel like the horizontal FOV is lacking. Like, that definitely stops it passing that sort of like ultra immersion that I'd really like from VR. It is that horizontal field of view is just missing. The actual clarity is really good though for the general image clarity. I think we're using space warp here because I can see artifacts on stuff. Because you drive pretty well though with the artifacts coming on. We turn the graphics down and try the 120 FPS mode. 144 FPS. It does have like a smoothness to it. I mean, I haven't used Steam VR recently. The impression I'm getting of the Valve Index is that basically, if you have a Vive and you were looking for a really nice upgrade, then yeah, it's a really great bit of kit and it's a really good upgrade from the Vive. You know, but it's not it's like the best description that I could come to my head that came to me earlier whilst I was having my tea was that it's basically a Vive Pro that's more comfortable with better audio, but worse contrast, because I think the Vive Pro has no LED screen in it. Slightly better resolution, but not, not crazily so from what I remember. The head tracking is great though. There is a subtle difference even with the head tracking on this compared to the Rift. Like you're only going to notice it if you go from headset to headset. It's not problematic on the Rift S, but you do notice there's a degree of extra fidelity on the head tracking, despite it also using not asynchronous space. It's using like reprojection at the moment. This is very comfortable, like visually very comfortable. The contrast is very similar to the Rift S as well. I guess it's the LCD panels. That's just what you get from them. I just want a little bit more horizontal field of view. Like another 20 degrees. I would sacrifice quality for what's in front of me. Or maybe you have to sacrifice a lot of quality just to get that extra 20 degrees. But you don't. Oh, I don't know. It would just add so much more to it, because I think that's the thing that stops you feeling completely placed in VR. Is that lack of width. Like when you first use VR, it's mind blowing and it's like it gets you. But after a while, you get used to it, and so you want that extra field of view. Because you start, that's the thing that's different from reality. Like the actual image clarity isn't that far off reality. The tracking and everything, all that stuff is, it's pretty much like reality. The general fidelity, it's like you're wearing sunglasses, shades or something. The only thing that's glaringly, massively different from reality is the horizontal field of view. That's it. Once that's done, is this surprisingly comfortable though? I would say this is more comfortable than the Rift S. Not in terms of the headset. The Rift S headset's lighter, so that's more comfortable. But there's something about the lenses and the general fidelity here. There's some aspect of the way the images come into my eyes that seems to make it feel less fatiguing on the eye in some way. Probably just some quirk of the lenses. We really have to play some room scale games, sports stuff, to really see what the comfort's like when you work up a bit of a sweat. The reprojection's working really well here. I mean, I can notice the artifacts from it, but it's still actually staying very smooth. Do you know what's weird? With Project Cars 2, when you're playing in VR, you tend to drive smoother. It makes the cars are a bit exaggerated in Project Cars 2 with the rear flying out and stuff. But in VR, because it's even more exaggerated, it kind of makes you drive even smoother to avoid the cars doing that. Which ends up making the end drive come across smoother in a weird way. He says, going all over the place. Yeah. This is running at 100% res. I need to see. I need to just check my graphics settings in game to see what AA I'm using. Don't know how many laps I had set here. What? I'm on 90 hertz at the moment. Yeah, I've not tried the Pimax. Hopefully they're sending one to us to review, but it does seem like the Valve Index is kind of like the all-round, would likely be the all-round better VR headset. But it's just frustrating when you've tried all the headsets. You're like, oh, why doesn't it have this that this other headset does better? You know. Like, why... If this headset is effectively £500 on its own, without the tracking, it would have been like... It would have been amazing for Valve. Valve could do like £1,000 headset with wider field of view. But just apply everything else that's in this design. But just do a more premium one. Maybe that's something they'll do in the future. I just wish the field of view was slightly wider. It's like it's what the impression they gave through all the marketing was that the field of view wasn't like the Pimax, but you know was arguably substantially better than the Vive, and it's not. It's exactly the same as the Vive. That's my big disappointment with this. Comfort, headphones, fantastic. The controllers are a bit average, but the field of view thing, it's like that's the one thing that would have made it so much better. Yeah, I'm hopefully Pimax is sending me one to review. I'm kind of waiting on it. They said they were sending one, but until it's in the post, you never know. Well, Scott, the thing is, there was the whole promotion on the website. Loads of reviewers were like, "Oh, wider field of view," and on the website they're like, "Oh, it's got canted lenses. It's a wider field of view. You get them close to your eyes." Now you can get the lenses closer to your eyes in some ways, but you can do that on the Vive. Yeah, you can do that on the Vive. There's no actual increase in field of view over anyone that's used a Vive for over a year will have bought this 6mm VR cover, which is exactly the same as this. Only, obviously this has it out of the box, so that's like saving you 20 quid or something. My IPD is 67mm. It's not a bad. I'm just saying that's the one thing that I feel a tiny bit misled on. Yeah, it's literally. Oh, what? Well, the Rift S has I think the Rift S has a much more narrow field of view. I think, unless you meant to type Vive there. I've got a Rift S, so we can plug it in and do direct side-by-side comparisons. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. The vertical field of view, I think, is better than the Rift S, at least. I mean, the vertical field of view has always been good on the on like the HTC headsets as well. Yeah, it's not like you can artificially increase the IPD to make it look wider either. I mean, you know, if you're immersed in a game, you don't really care too much. Yeah, I'm the same, Stuart. That's what I mean about the lens comfort. If I do really long sessions in a Rift, or if I'm doing like really long, if I'm playing like stand out with the Rift and the Rift S, it gives me eye fatigue. But I don't get that with the Vive, with the original Vive, or it doesn't seem to be triggering the same thing. Like, I don't know what causes it. It's probably just some specific thing on the lenses, but there's an end character to the image, or however the light is delivered to the eyes. Maybe it might be to do with the focal range that they focus the eyes to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure with like the Rift S and the Rift, I think I'm not sure if they focus closer, whereas I think the Vive and this headset might focus to near infinity. I'm not sure with that, but that would be most likely, I think, to cause that kind of a headachy type situation, given that the image looks the same quality. Really shit, Robocop. Dum 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 dum. Hang on, that's Terminator. What am I reconsidering, Hard Camper Hardy? I review everything. There's no reconsidering. I just get everything. I just get everything and review it. There's no reconsidering. I've got everything. This is my life. I think it's not. It's a good headset. It's just not. It's not as much of a jump that I was hoping for. I know I'm living like the dream life. Spoiled. But to be clear, it's not bad. It's not bad. Got to be clear here. Anyone that's bought this will be really happy with it. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just I got the impression that it would be a bigger jump than it is, based off what reviewers had said and based off the general promotion of it. It seemed to me like it came. I mean, obviously marketing is marketing, but you expect reviewers to just, you know. I just wish more reviewers were as brutally honest as I am. To be frank, or like miserable. I don't think other reviewers are dishonest in general. I don't think they're dishonest. I think a lot of reviewers don't mention things, because if you do mention certain things and you directly contrast stuff, then it makes you look like a bit of an arse. Personally, I don't care if I look like an arse. I don't. You know, what, people think I'm an arse by default, so I've got nothing to lose. So, you know. So I'm not accusing other reviewers of lying, because I don't think they do lie. I think they just don't necessarily... They're not as miserable, and they don't necessarily contrast things as aggressively as I personally would like them to. No, I bought this. Hopefully I'm getting a Pimax for free. I bought the Rift S, the Oculus Quest, and this. I mean, the thing is, basically, that's, you know, that is my life. Well, that's it. You get like these people reviewing, so they're like playing Beat Saber. Now, Beat Saber's a great game, and I love Beat Saber. I play it on the Oculus Quest all the time. It's fantastic. It's really fun. It's awesome. So for someone that's never played VR, if you're just doing a generalised thing for the perspective of someone that's done it, great. You go, oh, this is fantastic. This is really good. But it's not a good test for hardcore VR players for testing accuracy. Or, you know, same with like Super Hot. It's a fantastic game. I really love it. It's one of my favourite single player games that I played in VR. Really good time. It's great. Nothing wrong with it. But if you're looking at stuff from the perspective of like a gamer that actually spends hours playing stuff, you know, you like sort of comparing it to something like Counter-Strike, or, you know, then it's like, well, you then have to, you go to games like Pavlov and onwards, which actually have more depth to them, which they're not perfect, but then obviously those types of games are they're better games to compare accuracy with, because they're types of games where you have to be very, very accurate with putting the controllers close to your face. My babble on for hours. Right. Is Dom GTR watching? I've sold Dom GTR Fanatec wheel, so 120 mode. Yeah, okay, right, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't got the side loading stuff sorted out yet. Let's try 120 mode. It was using the, what's it called? What's the summary? I'll repeat myself, but I'll do a summary video at some point soon. Settings. At least my computer's not crashed. My PC crashed like twice earlier. Might be in the USB port. I don't know the best headset for sim racing. Best value for money sim racing headset is probably the Rift S. It's probably going to be between the Rift S and the HP Reverb. The Rift S functions perfectly fine, so I think if you were going to go on a punt and you're like, I want to try VR for sim racing, then, well, assuming they have to sort out the white flashy issue, which they've still not fixed. You know, potentially the Reverb, but I've seen a ton of feedback with the Reverb for the field of view being narrow, the build quality being a bit shaky, the screens being inconsistent, you know, so I would say it's kind of Rift S. Between Rift S and this, I would say we'll wait and see. I would wait like 6 months or so as well. Well, I don't know, Thomas V. Maybe. It might be. We don't know details about it yet. We're trying to set this. We set it to 120 Hz. Restart Steam VR. I don't mind setting up lighthouses. Once it's set up, it's set up. I mean, for me, the Oculus Quest is the type of VR headset that you... Alright, Shumi, thanks for that. The Oculus Quest is the type of headset where I really want the inside-out tracking. You know, I just stick it on. It's in my sitting room. I play Beat Saber on it. I play Box VR. It's for those kind of super casual VR games. The Quest is perfect. I'm not even looking for graphics from that. Well, that actually looks quite good. For PC hardcore VR, I'm looking for something more like this because the tracking's important to me. The Rift S, the sound is garbage. So, there's that as well. The sound is absolute trash on the Rift S. The sound on this is actually really good. So I guess you could minus £50 of the cost for the fact that this has really cracking sound quality. I think this is a good value for money headset, especially if you were just buying the headset and you've got lighthouses. This is a really good value for money headset. Hello, Ben Wilson. Yeah, I don't think the number of cameras are going to be the biggest aspect for the tracking, Thomas. I think it's a fundamental thing to do with A, video tracking, and B, just the fact that it's inside out, like just the logistics of it. So the thing with the video tracking is it's just not as elegant as Lighthouse. Like just having lasers that sweep across mostly passive light sensor that just pick up the light and then they do the timing is so elegant that it means that the latency and delay for the tracking is going to be like minimal and the precision of it is insane. Whereas just because of the nature of a camera, like the tracking is affected by like how close it is and everything, and there's loads of variables. I'm not saying inside out is always bad. There's lots of aspects where it's great. I just think it's not as elegant as Lighthouse. It's much more complicated, so it's going to be much harder to make it work well. I'm just trying now. Yeah, it's that field of view thing. I just want like an extra over this. I just want another extra 20-30 degrees of field of view. That'll be enough. That'll be like almost like a race helmet or something. Although race helmets actually have pretty good field of view because the slit goes right to the edge. Yeah, the thing with the cameras is to do with like how close you can use them. Although they've just done an update that supposedly makes them a lot better for close range stuff. But I don't see how, if you're holding one controller here and one to your face, you're occluding. Maybe the other camera has got enough angle to be able to see it. It'll be really interesting to test out. I mean, it's all amazing. VR's incredible. I sound like I'm being really overly critical here. I mean, I am. VR, I'm a huge VR enthusiast. I think it's all like absolutely mind-blowing. Don't get me wrong on this. But, you know, it's people spending... it's money, and not everyone's got tons of money. So, you know, this is the service I'm offering. I need to turn the graphics down to be able to get this to run at... That's just the mirror. Texture resolution should be on. Alright, there we go. Everything else on low. No ways it's gonna. You can put it on in the headset, can't we? So it mirrors the frame timing in the headset. That's what I need. The Oculus is incredible. Well, no, they're all incredible. They all have different aspects to them. They have different aspects. That's the irritating thing. Each headset does one thing that's bloody good and is missing from another headset. This is where we are with VR at the moment. The best thing is, I tell you what, like, but I am setting stuff up here, guys. I'm not just talking and not doing anything. Hang on, I just need to work out what's going on here. Trying to mirror the developer thing. You know the? Do you guys know where it is? I can't remember what it is. The frame timing overlay so it displays it in the headset. Where is it? Got over developer tab, advanced frame timing. Now it should be like displays in headset. Oh, showing headset. I found it. Oh, it's like across the room. Great, thank you. That's useful. I need it on close to me. Restart the game. Yeah, I've got it now. It's all right. Yeah, no. So what was I saying? Yeah, the big thing is when the DK1, when they did the Kickstarter for the DK1, it was like really debatable. It was like, well, is this going to actually work at a basic level? And I was skeptical. and then it was like DK2, and you're like, oh, it's progressing. I can see, you know, the depth of field. But when the Rift CV1 came out and the Vive, it was still debatable if VR would actually take off. But awesomely, the PlayStation VR has been a huge success, and the Oculus Quest has been a really big success. So we've managed to get to a point in the last 2 years where, obviously for those of us wanting top-end experiences, I think the software is still a bit lackluster in general. But from a development perspective, there's now a user base where you can develop a VR game of moderate quality, and if it's not a shit game, you will probably make a profit. And that's incredible that we've got to that point with VR in the short period that we have. So that's what's really good, because it was very likely that VR could have been a huge flop, like, you know, literally 3D TVs, oh, that's it, done, goodbye. Do you know what I mean? So it's all really good. It's just it is still early days, basically. Yeah, that's still short in the sense of like it being a totally emergent, not on the hardware side, but the software side, the hardware, the controllers, the game design. People living 2 seconds ago are dead. Hang on, I need to do a single player. Wait, wrong settings. I know everyone wants stuff quicker, but the point I'm making is VR's not going anywhere. Well, hopefully it gets better, but it's not 3D TV, which was a big worry. Yeah, I remember getting R Factor 2 with Vorpex to work in VR. It's so bad. Like just about see the steering wheel, 4 pixels. Alright, why is the frame timing thing bloody half a mile away? Well, jump start. Okay. Yeah, this is not running. This is using maximum. Oh, the graphics look really nice now I've turned the textures up. I mean, the cockpit looks awesome. I mean, that looks absolutely bloody amazing. We're getting a lot of artifacts in the distance from the spacewalk. We're going to need like a supercomputer to run this. Although it's not uncomfortable like the it's more like a sort of heat hazy wobble from the space warpy valve space warpy stuff. So it's definitely not. Where's the frame timings? Why is the frame timing thing so far away? How do you move the frame timing stuff? Come here, frame timer. Can you go on the back of the controller? Don't know how you position it. Yeah, I'm using a 1080 Ti. Oh, it's massively better than the CV1. I'd say it seems probably about 10% better than the Rift S in terms of visual clarity. I mean, there's definitely something fundamentally more comfortable when just visually looking at stuff with this compared to the Rift S. I don't know what it is. I mean, the cockpit, look, this cockpit is super immersive. It's because it's got that like objects coming at me in the cockpit, and the wheel just looks really nice. Thought I said Assetto Corsa there. I was like, hang on a minute. And there's no way we're running this. The Rift S draws stuff as fast. But we're getting like not ghosting, but artifacting from the space. Well, I don't know what game. Well, I'll try AC. That'll run. That'll run at the frame rate with the graphics turned down. Text out the window. Yeah, it's slightly better than the Rift S. I'll do some side-by-side testing. I'll try and do some through the lens stuff as well, and I don't know how I can get it better than like do it clearly. I'll try and do some through the lens images and try and capture it in a way that shows off what it actually looks like to the eye. Hello, Wim, guys. bsimracing.com. If you're new, like say you're VR and you just come in, you don't know about sim racing. Really recommend going to bsimracing.com for sim racing news. Absolutely awesome website. In the chat, really good. If you don't know anything about driving sims, you just want to keep up to date. bsimracing.com. Okay, let's try and get AC working here in VR. I know that's sim racing system for Project Cars 2. That's the wrong thing. Oh yeah, I could do. That's a good idea. I could reduce the super sampling. I mean, as I was saying earlier, one advantage of having a high resolution screen is that you can turn the super sampling down, render lower than the screen, but you still benefit from a lower screen door. So, yeah, that is an option. As I said, the Quest does that, and it's not too bad until you like go like half res, and then you're like, oh, I can't see anything. practice. Yeah, let's get settings first. Thing is, I've got all the. Oh, we can turn post-processing off. I'll leave it on, see what happens. Let's load up a profile here. VR. Hello, Andrew Levy. Got PPI. Rendering mode. Open VR. I don't know if Content Manager works with VR properly. I always struggle to get it to work. Let's just see if this goes. Well, see if this runs. I keep wanting to call this the Vive Pro, Vive Index, Valve. I'll just type Index. I need a cup of tea, guys. No, I haven't tried 5K adult stuff with it. Make sure you turn the stream off. PG tips. Why turn the stream off? Morning, BC. Right, let's see if this works. I don't think the mirror works too well with AC if you use SteamVR, but we should be able to use Steam Mirror if we have to. There's been rumours that the Xbox One, the Xbox 2, the new Xbox might use the Rift. Oh, there you go. That's put me in there. Might use the control spaces center. I think there we go. Yeah, the new Xbox might use the Rift S as a VR headset, which would kind of make sense. There was rumours that would be the case with the previous Xbox. And it's like, how are they going to compete with Sony? Because PlayStation VR, I've not actually... Well, I used it very briefly, but like, literally 5 minutes, can't remember it. I bought one and then just returned it before actually bothering to try it at home. Oh man, this is pretty great. But yeah, the next PlayStation VR headset, that's going to be really interesting to see. No, you guys can't see anything. I'm going to have to mirror this slightly different. It's an annoying thing with Steam VR in AC. They don't stretch the image properly. Actually, seeing as I'm going to be using this for a while, I should be able to... Let me wodge it. We'll wodge it right. This is going to break it for everything else, but... Wodge it right, guys. Wodge it right. There we go. That's wodged. I think that'll do, won't it? How much does what cost? Yeah, well, I think PlayStation VR is pretty important for VR. I'm really excited for the next PlayStation as well, to be honest. I'm actually quite hyped for it. I'm not a big fan of what Sony do with a lot of stuff, but I honestly think that... Oh, here we go. That's what we were trying to do. Oh, you can't see it. I can see the frame time. It is on the controller. I honestly think that... I can't remember where I was going with that. Yeah, not a huge fan of Sony in general, but I like the games on there for PSVR. This VR headset, the headset's like £500, but the whole kit's £912 if you haven't got any tracking cameras. Oh, wheel rotations are wrong. Oh man, well, You notice on the wheel rotation, the fidelity, like this is at 120 hertz. Unless I'm placeboing myself. I never trust myself here. How do you know the actual frame timing? There's no FPS counter in game. We're not jumping anything. Well, I mean, that definitely... I don't know, something about it just feels a bit nicer. Placebo.com. Oh, the sound is great from these headphones. That adds so much to the immersion. The one thing that Valve have nailed on this headset are the headphones. The one thing that you wouldn't be expecting or particularly care about. Oh well, that's really nice. I feel so smooth. Smooth, lubricated vision. Well, we have to try 144. It's really weird. It's like that effect you get from a 2D gaming monitor when you play on a high FPS 2D gaming monitor, but in VR. There's this sort of smoothness. Smoothiness. Whoa, where are those sparks from? Bonnet sparks. Yeah, well, I mean, this... I would say that adds quite a... That actually adds a fair bit to the... sort of perception of... you know... I don't know what the right word would be. I'd imagine for more competitive-y type sim, like if you're driving more competitively, you'd get used to this. It's like this is very analogous to if you play like CS:GO on a gaming monitor versus like up to 75 hertz or 60 hertz. Although I mean, VR headset's already normally at 90 hertz, so it's normally pretty smooth anyway, but. Just feels like that. Just a slight additional immediacy and response and clarity to the movement. You notice it in the steering wheel, especially. Yeah, I would imagine that if you're playing a more competitive game, just like with gaming monitors, that's actually pretty significant. So. I mean, the Rift's running at 80 hertz, isn't it? So, this 120 hertz definitely seemed to have an impact. Maybe it's placebo though. Should try. Let's try it back at 120. Yeah, so the more I'm using this, the more impression I'm getting that like this is kind of like the all-rounder headset. You don't particularly notice the screen door too much. Moony cakes. It's still there, like you notice it as like a quality to the end resulting image, but it's not like a screen door in the sort of how you sort of perceive screen door in other VR headsets. That's just to do with the 2D view of the headset. I can zoom the view in. That's why that looks like that. It's like being on caffeine a little bit. I'm going to put the frame rate back down to 90. I could see how that higher frame rate could affect comfort as well, positively. I've not tried the reverb. The Rift S works fine. You can sim race with the Rift S. It's fine. I like the Rift S. It does have a flash every now and again, but it doesn't happen all the time. It's like once every 40 minutes or something. Every 30 minutes. It's really weird. Right, I've just put it on. Oh, this can go to 80 hertz as well. So let's do that. Let's try 80 hertz. Oh, do you have to restart it to go? Oh, you have to restart. Yeah, restart Steam VR. I'm going to try this at 80 Hertz, and then yeah, I didn't have a problem with 80 Hertz with the Rift. Just loading up AC there at 120, it did. Well, we'll see. You need to do this as a blind test though, with someone like doing it, seeing if they notice it. That's the real question, because this is the kind of thing where you can totally placebo yourself on it. Yeah, I haven't got enough money to buy a reverb. Maybe they'll send me one. Oh, it's getting cooler now, guys. So nice. I've got a fan at my window, blowing air in from my window. Right. Oh, control space, because I've not got those buttons bound. Can you guys see? You can't. Hang on, I'll zoom this in and then it'll probably look better for you guys. Oh, got to hold down control, otherwise it moves the distortion. No. Fail. Come on. Ah, no, I forgot to hold down control. Shift. Right, that'll do. It doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Yeah, I think Rift S is a really good option for the value for money. Oh yeah, so you definitely notice it straight away in the wheel. So I mean that's why I said first time I put it on that 120 Hertz, I was like, oh, the wheel's smooth. So I can see this is at 80 Hertz. As I rotate, you can it's not motion blur that you get, but it's the increments of the rotation. So the wheel doesn't remain sharp as it's rotating. So the yellow thing, you know, it's like a cursor trail on a high refresh monitor. It's exactly analogous to that. So that with the wheel that's rotating in front of you, and then obviously the movement of everything is kind of. It's weird. It's a very subtle effect, but it has quite a strong end result. This actually feels quite similar to the Rift. This is actually giving me a very Rift S experience. Like this. Oh, you definitely notice it when you turn your head. So actually, yeah, that does make that 120 to between that and 80. That has actually got quite a significant impact. We'll have to try it at 90. You notice it as you turn your head. You notice it. I guess it's like at the edge. I guess also when you're turning your head, you move your eyeballs. Was it called cicadas? I don't know. You know when you move your eyeballs along, and that's when you see it as well. So maybe that's probably an effect of comfort. It definitely. I'm surprised how much of an impact that has. It's totally usable, and like the Rift S is totally usable. This isn't problematic. I could see how over time though it could maybe be a bit of a visual strain. You know, as you turn in the car, it's almost as if there's like a judder. Like I'm talking really subtle here. Super subtle. It's not a. It's exactly the same as if you go from a 60 Hz gaming screen to a 120 Hz gaming screen. You'll know exactly what I mean. If you've done that, it's exactly like that. Probably not as pronounced as 60 to 120 Hz on a 2D panel. But I mean, the end result is basically the same. Yeah, you don't really notice the screen door. Like, if you're looking at the blue sky, you can tell there's pixels there, but it's not really noticeable. It's more like there's like aliasing artifacts. I guess if I turned AA up, then that would remove that. That's the kind of shimmery thing you get on it. With the Rift S, you definitely notice more of a sort of aliasing artifacts than you do with this. So I'd say this is actually a fairly substantial improvement over the Rift S in that regard. The refresh rate and the actual clarity. When there's a 3080 Ti, yeah. Right, I need to go back to well, I know if I try 144 and it's amazing, it's going to ruin me. This is why I put off gaming monitors for years. Yeah, I'm doing 144. Hey, Cramit, I need a cup of tea, man. Do it! Do it! 144. There we go. Restart Steam. Ruined it. Yeah, so I knew the moment I used a high refresh monitor, I wouldn't be able to use a 60Hz monitor, and it is the case. Like, I've got a 60Hz TV behind me, which is really nice 4K TV, but these VA panels are 144, and I run them at 100 Hz. One of them at 100, one of them at 144, and it's like, I mean, my skill level in CSGO, I seem to have got way better at CSGO, and I'm worse at CSGO than I was when I used to play it a lot, but I play better. My aim's better, which is probably all placebo, but... Hey, Falsario, thanks, man. Not congrats to my bank balance. The FOV is the same as the Vive, but with a 6mm thingamabob on it. I'd say the 120 Hz makes quite an impact. Yeah, I don't... The static foveated rendering that's on the Quest works really well. Like, you don't notice it that much, and that would be a big help for this. So that's Valve should have really focused on that. You do notice it straight away when you turn your head. Everything is remaining. There's no like perceptible judder at the edges. Yeah, I mean it does make a difference. I don't know if 144 is that much of a difference over 120 or whatever it was. But yeah, that actually adds a lot to the immersion. Well, that's ruined it now. Now I can't go back to the Rift S. All these headsets have one thing that's like a really good individual thing compared to the other headsets, and you're just like, put them all in one headset, I'll pay for it. Take my money. Yeah, if you're a sort of more competitive sim racer, if this just had a slightly wider field of view. If this had 20% more field of view laterally, horizontally, it would be perfect for like the next 4 years. That's the only thing that's really, I mean, the contrast as well is a little bit great. Like, you can look once you're using it, you're not got the comparison there, but it's fine. It doesn't affect the gameplay particularly. But just a little bit wider field of view, and this would have been the dream. Valve! It was so close. I would pay another £200. By the time you're paying like £900, you're already an idiot. So they could have easily just sold. Why not do it for another £300? Literally, if you're paying £900, you're a moron. You're gonna have like a 1080 Ti. You're an idiot with a PC. you're going to be happy to spend more to get that wider field of view, because at the end of the day, that's all that's really required. Ah. Valve bamboozled. I mean, I guess if you're playing room scale stood up games, it's probably not as much of an issue. But if you're driving sims, you really want that extra vision to be able to see out your wing mirrors without having to look at them. Yeah, I guess there's like lens issues, and there's weight issues as well. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of aspects to it, in fairness. But still, well, I'm really excited to try the Pimax, and the question will be, I'm sure, you know, Valve will have obviously tested all their different panels, and this will be the sort of overall compromise that at this point in time, with the technology that's available, that it's the best all round. They'll have tested everything. That's what they do. The one thing that Valve do really, really well as a studio is iterative design. Generally, when it comes to these controllers, I think they were bloody high with the touchpad in the middle. Aside from that, though, they normally make good choices, I think. I mean, it is good, like that extra FPS. That'll be interesting with room scale games. The peer view looks different. That's because I'm scaling the game scale differently. Yeah, you want more field of view in everything. I think. That the game renders different field of view. Don't worry about that. How it looks in 2D is not how it looks in VR. It's a different thing. I mean, it might be a bit wider field of view, but you know. I can put it on the lowest setting, anomalous, but I move it forwards a tiny bit because on the lowest setting I can literally see the edges of the screen. So when I look straight ahead, so also the ghosting is tiny bit, not ghosting, the sort of light effects are a tiny bit worse when you got it zoomed in. I think it's better to have it slightly out of touch. So you can still see, I can still see the edges of the actual panels, but you get a rounded thing there. Well, the tracking in this is the best. It's the same as the Vive. You know what? You don't really notice that ghosting effect when actually using the headset, so it's not really a problem. It only just occurred to me now, bringing it up again. You do notice the contrast being lacking. Like when I look at the ceiling there, it's grey. When I look at it on the screen, it's black. So the contrast could be a lot better. But so I mean, you know, we're not there for everything ticking all the boxes. Yeah, it's not the eye movement thing. It's more the issue with the field of view is more to do with the straightforward field of view is what's important, I think, for immersion. Oh, the mirrors actually work properly with the shader mod. How good is shader mod, guys? Bloody hell. Let's try and do a race. I'll try and do a sim racing system race. You know what, I'm going to put some more AA on and see if my computer bursts into flames. No, let's leave it on 2x. Let's not. No, with more cars it's going to be a disaster, isn't it? Let's try online. Turn the frame timing thing off. I think 120 Hz is fine. I'm going to restart that. 120, you get the same effect as 140. Like it's no, the next car is bloody the Nissan Primera. I don't want to drive that. Maybe someone could create an AC server for us quickly. That'd be awesome. Shader mod. So I'm using Content Manager here. Shader mod. It's an add-on for AC that improves the lighting and adds a bunch of visual effects, shadows, lighting and stuff, and a whole bunch of improvements to make it look more modern in end result of the sort of image quality. Can anyone make a server quickly? Is that possible? If we could do like a Formula car with like Silverstone or something, that'd be awesome. If I don't know if any of the server gods are around. I might get a cup of tea as well. I'm dying for a cup of tea. I have to say, this headset is growing on me. I'm not out of the box, other than the headphones. It's not like impressed me. I wasn't like blown away, but it feels perfectly comfortable now, and it is growing on me. I'm going to check in Discord to see if we can get a server set up. I'm genuinely excited to play some of the more like VR stuff on it. It is very comfortable. It's cooled down. It's only like 20 degrees in here now. So, sacrifice a virgin. Hang on. Touch for the very first time. Oh, hello. It's Random Call Sign. If you guys don't know Random Call Sign, here's a picture of him. There he is. What a babe. I don't think they're all dead. I think all the server gods are dead. So we might have to... I really don't want to Nissan Primera it. Might have to do the dangerous land of public servers. Guys, check out Random Call Sign on YouTube. I bought the whole bundle so that if I need to... Oh, there he is, Thomas Smith. Can you do Silverstone full circuit with the Titus a Bath? It's not a Bath, it's a car. You'll need at least a 1070, realistically. Pixel therapy. Thank you. I tell you what, whilst Thomas sets up that server for us, I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'll do. I will do a video summary.
Throttle.
How is the 1080T handling the index?
Yeah, it seems to be doing all right. The asynchronous space warp on Steam's improved a lot from when I last used it. I've been using Oculus headsets for a while. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'll be doing stuff in the day because it's bloody hot tomorrow. I might just go to the seaside. I might just go to the beach. I've not decided. It depends what the weather's like. I might just sit in the garden. Might have a barbecue. But in the evening tomorrow, if it's cooled down a bit, then we'll be back on. We'll have a video with a summary of everything. Hey Bercy, we're just testing out driving sims. But as Thomas Smith sets that up, I do like how these controllers fit in your hands and how they like that aspect of them. It's just the buttons, the D-pad. The buttons are all right. It's the D-pad position. Oh well. Cup of tea time, guys. Be back in a second. Thanks for the donations so far. Really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, is that a summary from what I've been saying? Don't trust what I say. Don't trust a word I say. Ignore everything. What's going on with my face here? What's that about? Hang on. Where's my webcam? Oh no! Look, if you put it on your forehead, you get these red marks. Whoop, whoop! Hang on, wrong hand. Mirrored view. Oh, that is well confusing. Out of body webcam experience. Look at that. I need to shave my head. The hair's coming back. You can see where we're bald here. Bald on top, but not on the side. This is the bald man. Oh, it's a little bald patch there as well. This is the bald man story. Right, cup of tea. I'll be back in a second, guys. Tea break. Ice drink break as well. Where's my mug gone? Where is my mug? Shrug-a-dug ding dong. Well, hello. It's not spilled tea on our headset. How did you break your headset? Oh, I spilled tea on it. Oh, okay. I had to get a. We had to get a crumpet. Look at those crumpets. Jam. Jam and butter. Did I not say crumpet? I said crumpet. Said the wrong word half the time. I don't know, the God rays are different, fairly similar but different. Looks brown. Ah. People have English breakfast. Depends. Not like by English breakfast. I mean like you know, sausages, toast, beans, black pudding, which isn't pudding. That is like that's what an English breakfast is. Yeah, people don't have it every day. It's kind of like a farmer's breakfast. Like it's an English cooked breakfast. Eggs, 2 eggs, 2 sausages, beans, 2 black puddings, 2 rashers of bacon, mushroom, bit of tomato. Ah, now I want an English breakfast. I haven't had an English breakfast for ages. Yeah, if you go to like a pub, that's what you'll get if you ask for an English breakfast. Continental breakfast is like muesli, croissants, you know. I really like black pudding. I don't like it, but I do. It's like a contradictory food. It's one of those weird foods where you keep wanting it, even though it's quite disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna have an English breakfast. Maybe I'll have one tomorrow. I haven't got any. All I've got in my fridge at the moment is turkey and salad. That's it. So, English breakfast is a good thing to eat out because it's a pain in the arse to cook all those individual things separately and have them. Unless you eat them all the time, but I mean, I don't. Oh, it's so good. No, I mean it only takes like 30 minutes to put together because you put most of it in the frying pan. Well, you can microwave beans you get from a tin and you microwave them. The mushroom you can microwave if you wanted to, and the tomato, the bacon. Bacon cooks pretty fast, like 2 minutes. Eggs cook pretty fast. You know, you want to do them really quickly. Black pudding is a bit funky. But yeah, you know, you could do it. It's like a 20 minute cook. You can cook an English breakfast in a slow cooker, but it's weird how it comes out. If you go on YouTube, slow cooked English breakfast, the eggs come out really minging. I've got a gas stove, yeah. Oh, you should try it again, Hell Night. Black pudding's really nice with like other stuff. It's a weird flavour though. Right, that was a good sip of tea. I needed that. Oh dear, you know what it's like when you've not had tea for a while. I don't know. I maybe it's just because I've got an addiction, but I just feel nice after having a cup of tea. And if I haven't had one, I forget, and then I have it, and I'm like, oh yeah, tea. Let's sell opium to the Chinese people and enslave them through tea. That's what I'm thinking. Just imperialism muscle. I can't see the chat room, you know, unless I use that chat program. I don't have it set up, so I'll just talk to myself here. We'll see how well this runs. Fuel. Let's take that out. We already. Oh, we're using asynchronous space warp already. You definitely get a different type of aliasing. You get a different type of aliasing with the VR headsets that use LCD screens. Like more, you do get more aliasing than you do with a Pentar screen, because I guess the pixels are lined up horizontally. So with a Pentar, you kind of automatically get anti-aliasing due to the pixel arrangement. I can see it's using asynchronous space warp here. Yeah, I think I kind of want to be using 4XAA. But we're already getting artifacts from space warp, so it's smooth though. It's not uncomfortable, and I'm not noticing it judder when it's going on and off, so that's good. But I mean, this is why you need. I mean, this is Assetto Corsa with 8 people on a server. By the way, anyone join the server, password is T Tango Echo Alpha. So with AC, I mean, we've got a shader mod running. We could probably turn that off, but it shows you how much of a beast system you need for these headsets to really drive them without issue. Yeah, you do notice with the space warp some like judder of stuff coming towards you. I guess where did we test in 2D? Not in 2D. In before we went to this with the Porsche. I was Imola. I guess Imola's maybe it's a lot less detailed circuit. I could try rejoin this server with the details turned down a bit. I might do that. I've got 5 minutes. Let's give that a go. Oh, just because I've had to scale the screen in a weird way. That's why that's doing that. Try that. I'm just turning the graphics down a bit. So that previous session we were getting 104 FPS. We need to be getting 120. That's why we could see artifacts. Get on the server, guys. There's slots. Oh, frame timing seems okay there. Let's just drag this out. Oh no, it's shift. Wrong button. The thing is, the distortion on that's not like continuous. Like the horizontal and vertical FOV is different on the output view, which is a shame. But there we go. That's the best I can do. Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't, Frank. I mean, I'm not. The controllers aren't bad. It's just like weird design choices there. There's loads of like on the Index Reddit. They're all like the fanboys. They're like, oh yeah, the field of view is so good. It's like, well, I don't get fanboys. It's like, what is the benefit? I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe you can only buy one thing and you want to be like reminded that you made the right choice, and you know, you take it personally or something. But it's like you can return stuff, so I don't quite get it. I don't quite get fanboys. Oh, we need to test the microphone on this headset as well. Well, that's running a bit better. Maybe shader mod not the best idea with the index. I mean, it's awesome being sat in, like, proper feel like you're sat in the car. Hope you guys can see the view all right. I did do a review of the Rift S, yeah. Right, we've got to get a lap in here. There's only 1 minute 25, so we'll get one out lap. We'll get one flyer. The understeermobile. Uh, 26 seconds to get to the finish line. I think we can get to the finish line in 20 seconds from here. Quickly, quickly. Watch out for the sausage. It's bloody big. 13 seconds. Oh no, I don't think we're going to make it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, we made it. We made it. Right. Flying lap time. That was a bit close. Oh, it's so good in VR being able to just look into the corners properly and place the wheels in a Formula car. It's really nice. Kind of forget about how good that is when you're driving in 2D. I find it so much easier to get into the rhythm of a car in 3D and concentrate. Smoothly does it. Smooth in the groove. Well, it's not the fastest of laps, but hopefully it's like a 5th or something. Still slots on the server if you want to join. Password is T, just search for Gamer Muscle on the server list. Be interesting to see what the quality difference is like, rendering it a lower resolution but applying more AA and a bit of sort of sharpening in game. Right, there we go. Oh, 3rd, there we go. That's better. Nice. Cool. Well, here we go. Got to put mediums on for the race, I think. I know, softs, not sure. How long is the race? 15 minutes. I don't know how much fuel that is. Let's just say 30 litres. I don't have any idea. Slick mediums sounds good to me. Is everything working? I think after this I want to try Pavlov standing up Now I've got the tracking cameras set up. You can't really. I can't really set up the mirror differently with AC. No, it's just to do with ACs. For some reason, the OpenVR mirror is messed up. This is the best I can do with AC. It's different in different games. Oh wow! First, Thomas Smith's gone medium, so we'll go mediums. Terrazzo's gone soft though. Well, we'll see how this goes. Andrew Levy with PPIs in here. Oh, Ellie course is a bit big. Oh well. 15-minute bonanza here. Yeah, I'd try the... is it in the beta branch for Pavlov? I don't know if that update's there yet. Here we go. It's our first actual multiplayer race with this headset. Just realised. Wow, is this Thomas? It is Thomas Smith putting up a fight in front of us here. I'm going to push here. Might put a bit too much fuel in the car. He's so quick. Got a car right on our ass. Oh, come on. TN Strikerman. No! Don't pass me. Trying to get the old Smitty boy. Oh no, Strikerman's coming for the pass now. There he goes. Hello. A little bit wide out of that. Obviously car setup here. Obviously. 10 minutes to go. Oh, here we go. Get the precision. Get the precision on those wheels. Get those angles. Caress those sausages. Oh, he locked up. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Too much on the brake pedal from the car in front of us. You don't want to do that. Thomas is just... Oh, Christ. Not enough grip to do that. Tried to carry more speed through there. I don't know how Thomas is so quick. Whoa! 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 Whoa, bump draft. Oh, he's right there. Oh! He's right on our ass. Woo! Battle here, battle. Oh, my cable's getting caught. Wow, it's a nice overtake by Terra Azul. Yeah, you definitely notice on his head the sweet spot on this is nowhere near as good as the sweet spot on the Rift S. Like, it's very much like the Vive, where you notice that when you look into the edges of the screen, the clarity's just not there. It's one of the things the Rift S does really well. So I feel like I'm having to like adjust the headset to get the exact sweet spot, because it's tiny. Whoops. Ow. Okay. You do that. That's one way to get past them. Just ramshackle me. Goodbye. Yeah, if you put the headset on so that the lenses are on the lowest possible setting, that does make the sweet spot a bit bigger, but then you see the edges of the screen. It makes the eye box a bit bigger as well when you do that. But yeah, you can see the side of the screen, so... "5 minutes left." We'll try and get some smooth lines here. Catch up with Terrazil. What's the gap? 2.9 seconds. Come on. I'm coming. I'm gonna get you. Whoa! Nice overtake there. I mean, you know, he is on the grass a bit. We've got to get him back. Mike TTC. Cheeky overtake. Should be able to draft him. Grass overtake. Battle for third place here. Woo! No! Go away! Oh, don't lock up. Sausage. Bangers and mash. Oh, he's coming, he's coming. Oh, nearly ramshack with this again. This might be the last lap here. Silverstone.co.uk. Whoa, no! Too wide. Too much sausage. Ah, bugger me. We'll get back in his draft down the straight, take him back. Come on, podium is still ours. We're coming, Mike. He's got the inside line though. We might have enough draft to get around the outside of him. Ah, we got it. We got it. Come on. Ah, he's tapped a wheel. It's down the inside here. Whoa! Squeezed. Oh, he's coming back. Oh no, we've got one more lap to go. Oh, bugger me. Final lap. Nice battle going on here. Oh dear. Oh! He took the tight line, so we had to go through there quite slow. Let's try and get around him here. Oh! Got the power. Whoa! Whoa! I know we want to be on the inside. Oh, he's squeezing us. We're on the lawn. Oh! He's still there. He's still there. He's still there. Come on! Podium! Oh, God. Old pit lane. Oh, he's trying to double round us. Ah, bump draft. He's driven into us. Dead. I had to lift there because of the line we took. Oh, well, that's it. Podium, here we come. Sorted. Killed him. Reverse Titwinkle. Fantastic. Can enjoy the scenery now. Oh, he's right behind us again. Too much scenery enjoyment. No! Ah! Oh, we finished. We got it. We got a third. Nice racing there. Will we go through this or will it move? Oh, it moves. Physics. Physics, guys. Oh, God. Whoa. Okay. Woo! Oh, man. So, yeah, the headset, you definitely notice in the headset, is just duller than screens by quite a bit. Same as the Rift S. I guess that's the LCD. That's the LCD price you pay. It's a 1080 Ti that I'm using. Nice racing my TTC. Right, I want to try an actual stand-up game. But yeah, it was good. That was nice. I definitely think it's kind of like, apart from the frame rate, it's kind of relatable to the Rift S in many ways. I mean, obviously the tracking's better, the frame rate's better, the tracking's better. The sweet spot thing is really bad, I think. Like, I would have hoped that the sweet spot would have been better on this. The sweet spot is very comparable to the Vive, just obviously the screen's a lot better quality. Nice one, Andrew Levy. I haven't, no. No flight sims. Finish my tea here. Yeah, I want to try Pavlov standing up. Is there foam? Yeah, the Rift S has like a thin foam. I think all the VR companies learned that the facial interface shouldn't be like thick. Apart from with the Rift Quest, they that's a bit. Well, it's not too bad actually. Surprisingly clean. What are you trying to say? My driving's always clean. I'll have you know. I need to reset the camera here. Hang on. I had to distort it all for. AC. Come on. Reset the camera. The camera is my only desire. Oh, no, I've ruined it now. Let's try some Pavlov. I don't know how we get the beta going. Titwinkly excuse. How do we get Pavlov working here? Hang on. What with the beta controllers updated? Games VR. Where's Pavlov? Here we go. Properties. Betas. Is it just in the beta? Do you guys know where the index controllers are? Rate it out of 10. I don't know. Like an 8, 7.5 and 8. I mean, more like button clicks. Click that like button. I need to find out how we get the Pavlov beta, so let me just Google that. We've got onwards though actually, so I can try that, but Pavlov's more easy to jump in. Yeah, you can. I've set it to as close to my eyes as possible. How do you? Let's see what it says on the store page for the game. Index support beta testing. Busy implementing full controls. Let's see what it says here. Oh, it's just in the beta, so I'll just go to the beta. No, not really. I mean, you could the games could be brighter. You could design a game to be slightly different. To mitigate the contrast, but fundamentally no. I mean, it's like if you've got a monitor, there's lower contrast. Okay, it's just updating. It's better than the Rift, but it's basically the same as the Vive. I don't know, Gasper. Not sure. Well, yeah, obviously it's better than the Vive. But the Vive's like 2 years old now. Somehow HP aren't easy to contact and get in touch with. They're tricky boys, HP. How are we doing for likes on this? It's just downloading the update here. I don't think so. Basically, we're down to like the Valve Index is kind of like an all-rounder. I mean, it's quite expensive, but it does everything pretty well. Could do with larger sweet spot, really. Rift S is like the best value for money. We're still getting good clarity. I've not tested the update with the hand controllers. Yeah, I don't think they would switch. I did think that. I was thinking that whilst driving. Why not? Like, it's a shame that, I mean, if the Rift S has its lenses, why couldn't you have those lenses in the Index? They seem to be better lenses for sweet spot and clarity. Maybe the distortion when you move your head might not be better, but the sound's really good. The sound's really, really good on this. These are the best headphones on any VR headset I've used. So that, you know, the sound. If you were like going to put these, if you were buying these headphones separately to put on the Rift S, you would pay like you'd be happy to pay another like 60 to 80, like £80 or something. They're really good quality headphones, even though they're kind of like mini speakers. But you know, that's the thing. The Rift S effectively doesn't come with, like, the sound on it's crap. So the Quest is uncomfortable, yeah, but I still like the Quest for what it is. But it is they're messed up on the comfort. Well, I've used which one's the reverb? Oh, the HP reverb. Yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know what the field of view is like on those. That's the other thing. Yeah, I mean, all headphones are basically speakers, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, I thought about it, but then I was like, what's the point? Like, I mean, I only use the Quest for short sessions, and I don't want to be messing around with it. You know, Oculus should have just done it right. I'm not going to spend another £100 on a strap for the Quest. Even I do use the Quest quite a bit, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. All right. Thanks, Cat Debate. please give a headset to us reviewer. As I say, we hopefully are getting a Pimax to review that Pimax are kindly sending us. So we'll have every headset on the market to compare, and the conclusion will probably be that none of them are perfect. They've all got good and bad points, and we're still in the early days of VR. Installing. I don't know. The frame rate is better than the Rift S, but and the onboard sound is better. So it depends. If you use separate speakers, the field of view is better than the Rift S. It depends if you've got lighthouse tracking units already or not, because that adds a lot to the price. Yeah, I mean, VR is still amazing, don't get me wrong. I've not tried iRacing on it yet, no. I will do soon. Band racing. Just waiting for this to download Pavlovi. Well, install it. It's taking a while. I get the feeling with LCD screens, the RGB non-pentile, I think you need to run more anti-aliasing than you do with the OLED screens. I'm not sure on I can totally see the benefit of 120 hertz. I can totally see that over 80 and 90 hertz. I get that, but I think contrast, it has a bigger impact on immersion than frame rate, as long as you're getting like 90 hertz at least. I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. I'm noticing the contrast on this. I noticed that with the Rift S. But I mean, then you get, the thing is, the pentile thing's not just contrast. If you're using an OLED screen, you then have pentile, so you then don't get the resolution bump either. So you've got the screen door aspect thing and the actual pixel resolution. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I've got the window open with the fan blowing air into the room from the window. Yeah, I'd like wider. That's what I think, Miles. I agree with you. No reverse racing yet. But even I still feel HP reverb is probably still like, you know, the comfort. I get the impression that the comfort of it's not going to be top notch. And we don't know about the Cosmos yet, so we'll have to see. Yeah, I think you can, Mr. Wendell. It's subtle, but I think you can tell the difference. You definitely tell the difference between 80 and 120. Well, the index doesn't have a large sweet spot. It's a load of bollocks. It's a load of bollocks. It has the same, give or take, the same sweet spot as the original Vive. It's got a much lower sweet spot than the Rift S. The iBox is a lot better than the Vive, in that when you're looking around, stuff's more in focus, but it still blurs towards the edges way more than the Rift S. So that sweet spot thing is a load of bollocks. Whoever says on reviews, they're like, oh, the sweet spot's bigger. It's like, well, it's not really. If it is, it's utterly marginal. I'm disappointed in some reviewers, some of them not calling out certain things with this headset. It's not a bad headset, but some reviewers seem to have, like, not mentioned things that would be like, hang on a minute, are you mental? Yeah, exactly, this one. People don't have don't use the words that have been used since, like, DK1 days. Make sure it's all up to date, Sam Thompson, because today they did an update for the tracking. But yeah, Rift S is good. Oh, make sure you turn off the USB power saving options in Windows. That's a good tip. Well, the overall image clarity, in terms of resolution, the Index has a higher resolution screen than the Rift S, but the lenses on the Rift S, maybe not for certain types of distortion when turning your head around and stuff, but for iBox and sweet spot, the Rift S, assuming your eyes are within the IPD. If your eyes are outside the IPD, you're screwed with the Rift S. So, you know, that's the thing. If you're inside of the range with the Rift S, then yeah, it's amazing. But if you're outside of it, you're done. It's game over. Game over, man. Game over. Right, I need to do. Whoops, breaking everything here. I'm trying to do some shoots. The screen's on the lowest setting, right in my face. It could actually go closer, to be honest. I used to have the Vive even closer. When I use the 6mm thing on the Vive, I have it closer than the Rift, than the Index is. I've used the Vive without any foam on it at all. Oh, hang on, I'm trying to get the camera somewhere where it can see the room. Put it on the chair. I guess that'll do. It's not perfect, but... Hang on, I've got tripods over here. Let's use one of them. It's almost as if there's devices that you can put cameras on that that are designed for you to put a camera on, and that they make it easy to position a camera. Can you imagine that? It's almost as if I've got a room filled with them. Have I tried? My eyelashes aren't touching the screen. Doesn't even bother me, even if they were. I'm a VR machine. Has my PC crashed? Are we good? Oh no, we are good. Let's try some Pavlov. Wireless mouse here. Come on, mouse. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Got to trim those eyelashes. I need what's the? I've got a program. I can't remember what it's called for. OVR drop is, I think it's called. There we go, I'll install this and then I should be able to get the chat room in. Order! Welcome! Thanks for subscribing there. See if this works. Ah, nice. Now, I need to reset my head height. I'm floating. Steam VR. Oh, what is going on? It's not letting me. Oh. Come on. Come on, lad. Room setup. There we go. Done. can put this on my controller. Well torn that. What's going on with this? Why am I floating in the game? What is this all about? Put my head through the ceiling. Why did that not configure the room sound right? What is it doing? Maybe I need to restart Steam. We just did. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna break your finger. Oh no, I'm still floating. So the Steam VR setup is not as elegant as the Rift. What's 6'2" in centimetres? It was 188, wasn't it? Sounds right. Ah, well, I see what I did wrong. If you place on the 4 of 0, place on your head, type in your height. So it should have worked last time. I get it now. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Right. Oh, that's better. Full on immersion. So now I just need to load Pavanov. For some reason OVR drop's not working. I know you guys can't see anything yet. And this is the thing, the Oculus software is just more elegant. It just works better, the software, it's just less of a fiddle. I know you don't, because I've not put it on there yet, I'm just setting this up. I know. Try that. There it is. Now I can see the chat room. Okay. We're getting there. Now if I just do this. Do. There you go. Got to be careful that my head is on the ceiling here. And that, move this out of the way. Spot on. Oh, you can see steam behind stuff. Move. There we go. Thing is, if you've got the index controller properly, it's hard to rotate your hand all the way around to look at stuff on it. Right. Let's can you click this on your body? No, apparently not. Yeah, see, even now, like the headset, because I've not got it on super tight, it's moving and then the sweet spot moves. And then you have to adjust it again. This is one of the problems with the Vive. I guess if I put it on tighter, there you go, it's not going to move now. But now I've got it clamped on my head. Oh. I can't pick this up because there's something in the way. Pick up! Yeah, there's no way for me to... Really hard for me to see the chat here. Oh well. Let's try and can you I don't like this squeeze grip thing either. It's like I'd rather just have like on the Oculus where you've got like an analog thing you pull. It's like they're trying to do too much with sensors. It's like just use a bloody analog, just use like a potentiometer type situation. It works. It's not ambiguous. Anytime you try and use like touch pads and all these sensors and stuff, it's like what you know, causes trouble. Can you put this on your body in this game? Oh, did that actually go on us there for a minute? Oh, you don't have to squeeze it actually. We're learning. How do you put it on your body in this game? No? I just want to put the gun on me. There must be a way of holstering it. Do you put it up here? No? We'll just keep catching it until it goes. No? 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 Okay. It must be like a... Reset the tutorial, there we go. Oh. Oh no! Why does that keep turning off? Oh, does that just do it? Oh, I've just, just closed the game. Right. We're getting there, guys. I can see your comments, yeah, when I look at the back of my hand. Why is that put that on the screen? Okay, hopefully you guys... Oh, there you go, it's got in front of it. Here we go. Buy menu. Press the right quadrant to open the menu. Well, see... That doesn't... Already, because this has a different touchpad on it, it basically means that any game that doesn't do these controllers, it doesn't work properly. Press the menu button. So we've done this. Select mode to 1. Close range. Oh, let's do mid range. Mid range target. Okay. Normal. Oh no, come on. That's not mid range. That's bloody mild. Okay, those are the other targets I see. Oh, come on. Is that it? Stage 2. I mean, that's satisfying. Pretty accurate as well. Is it mirroring the right eye? Let's have a look. No, it's mirroring the left eye. Why, oh why, do games choose to mirror the left eye when it's an FPS? Like, what is the thinking there? Come on. We don't need that. We're going to try this bolt rifle. Yeah, that's cool. Score. Okay, well let's bolt rifle this. It's cool. This shooting range is really cool. I'm a good shot. I actually got a really good aim. It's just a bit janky, like how this operates. Okay. Yeah. It's so needlessly fiddly. Oh, I missed that one. We need the targets further away here. Oh, I need more bullets. How do you get more bullets? Oh, let's just get another... Whoa! That gun's gone, let's get another gun. When you need more bullets, just get another gun. That's how it works, guys. Stage 2. Okay. Where'd they gone? Oh, minigame failed. Right, let's try that again. I want to do it on a harder distance. Long range targets. That working? Go. That's starting, there we go. Oh, I missed. I think I'm using a real gun, apart from the recoil. Might be easier. Wow. Oh, my aim is not good enough. Need to steady up these hands. Oh! Oh no! Another gun. This is how it works in real life, guys. You just keep grabbing more guns. Don't reload, just grab a new gun. We're getting like blur in here. I think the game's using is running out. Can't you operate the bolt with your right hand while you hold the rifle with your left hand at the shoulder? You might be able to. Let's see. No. Oh, yes. Ah! The physics are a little bit wonked. Let's turn the graphics down here. I think the gun's stuck in the wall. Oh my god. Oh, that looks nice. The floor looks well shiny. Go. Oh, that's better. That's not moving funny now. It's like AA was slowing it down. I still can't aim. There we go. That's so much better. Oh yeah! Oh, I thought we hit him. Oh, I need another gun. Forget that one. Let's use this. Cock it. Oh, that's well satisfying. Oh, that's easier. Oh, that's a grenade. Just let go. No, get out of here. How do you... No, another grenade. Go away. See, this doesn't work. Oh, right, I see. Hello, guys in chat. How you have such a potato aim? Look, I'm using the right eye. Can you shoot the grenade? Okay. I need to turn. I don't know how you take the clip out. Oh, that's the firing mode. That's cool. I know how you do it in onwards. Like you click down and then it. Oh, use the touchpad. Okay. Now where do I get ammo from? Where's my ammo? Oh dear, where's ammo? What's going on here? Okay, let's just use that. Fine. Shoot the grenade. Oh, they've gone. The grenade's disappeared. Okay, we're going to do the... Oh no, it's back. It's just appeared in my arm. Right, let's put that down there. Pull the pin out. Throw it. No, well it blew up on its own accord. Why do grenades keep appearing when I do this? Oh, I think there's like a grenade spawner here. Right, let's try and do a shooty thing. Go. We did. Oh, there we go. This gun's got a recoil on it. Also, the tracking's bugging out there. This game kind of has this sort of somewhat CSGO-y type aiming of it. The preview image of the time bar tells me he plays shooters, and now I should skip to that or keep watching behind. Hello guys. Oh, you can't see, I'm looking at the chat in the headset. Right, let's do multiplayer then. Multiplayer. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Even with these large text, it kind of always feels as if the headset's not perfectly crisp. Like, feels as if it's slightly like. It always feels like it's not exactly in the right place because it's really sensitive to the sweet spot, which is a massive. I mean, that's really bad. Once you've used the Rift S and you've got used to that sweet spot, you want that on everything. I want to play. Here we go. Play online. Yeah, I'm going. Europe. Are there any lobbies? No. Refresh. No. all the Brits are asleep. Can I switch which eye gets mirrored in this game? I know you can do it through Steam. Let's have a look. Ah, left. What? It was. Why was it? It should be, yeah. I don't know. Are you touching your index? It was as close to my eyes as possible. It doesn't make any difference. Looks like we have to go for North America. Oh, it's because it's the beta. So the beta, no one's playing the beta online. So that was a fail. Great. Maybe I could try onwards. That's an idea. I've got it. So why is it not just going straight to? Oh, we've got to install it again. Okay, fair enough. Ah, 11 gigs. Might as well just install the previous version of Pavlov again, the non-beta. So let's do that. No, you guys can't see anything at the moment. So I have to go into Windows to change the non-beta version. Hello, Abdelfarin. Why are you blind? Your beautiness shines too bright. Oh, we've got all the tubey boys in here. Well, I'll have to do onwards another day. I need to re-download all my Steam VR games. Why is Pavlov taking so long? Come on. Oh, it's because he's updating onward. Well, the problem with games consoles is that they're always going to be like limited by the fact they're a console. So yeah, PCs are kind of annoying in some ways, but consoles are annoying in other ways. You can't win. Oh dear. Well, you know what? I need to download a bunch of software anyways. It's going to take at least 10-15 minutes. So I'm just going to call it a night, guys. We'll call it a night. We'll do some more. We'll do some more testing with other stuff soon. I need to just install all this stuff on Steam. I've got most stuff installed through the Oculus. Through the Oculus software. So I will. I need to get some sleep, but I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for the donations and likes and subscriptions and everything, and yeah, we'll have to have a proper bash with the shooters. But so until then, guys, goodbye, 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 goodbye. Spontaneous ending. Goodbye, Marcel. Goodbye, Abfaran. Goodbye. Have fun. Credits. Oh, I need to redo the credits. Hang on, there we go. New credits. The credits, the beautiful credits.